Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel again. Second video that I am doing today. I thought I would knock out a few videos since I'm pretty busy during the week and I haven't really made any in a long time. So I thought I would do something different than I normally do. Normally you guys hear me talk about court stuff, prison wife stuff, counseling, school, like all of that. I thought we would do something fun and do a tag video. I think I did one of these maybe like a year ago, maybe like a year and a half ago. It was just when I had started the channel and all of that. So I don't know, stuff probably hasn't changed, but this is definitely a different type of tag video. So the one that I'm doing is called Questions Nobody Asks tag. So there's about 40 or so questions. So I'm going to try and get through it really quickly. But bear with me if it is a little lengthy. So let's start. Number 1, do you go by a nickname? So technically I do go by a nickname literally all the time. My real name is Tamara, but I go by Tammy. So that's my nickname, or like my really close friends call me Tam or T. So that is that. Okay. I keep losing. Sorry, guys. Okay, number 2. When driving, do you listen to CDs, tapes, the radio, or nothing at all? So recently, I would say the last 6 months, I definitely just listen to the radio. I like mixing it up a little bit, so I might listen to sports, or I might listen to news, or I might listen to music. I listen to all genres of music, so it really just depends. Occasionally, I'll listen to Pandora. I'll hook up my phone to the whatever it's called, the aux thing in my car, and yeah, I don't know anything about electronics, and listen to Pandora, and yeah, like I said, I'm all over the place with music, so that's why I use that. And didn't CDs like go out like 10 years ago or 15 years ago? I think I have some CDs laying around, but yeah, I never listened to them. And number 3, are you a window person or an aisle person? So when I am flying on an airplane, I always try to choose, when I'm making my reservation, try to choose a window seat. I feel like the window is a safer area. Like if you fall asleep, you have more room to adjust. Like I have the option to look out the window, and I'm not like in the aisle, like getting hit by the cart or by people like walking back and forth, and I'm not like squished in the middle. So definitely a window person. Number 4, how do you relieve stress? Probably, okay, so I have PTSD, so I am on medication for that. So that is probably like when I'm having an anxiety attack that I take my medication. But natural remedies, definitely talking to my husband or talking to a good friend helps me relieve stress. Also doing some meditation. I definitely believe in meditation and positive affirmations and all of that. So that definitely helps. And writing lists. I am a list taker. So if I write down lists of things when I'm stressed out, like so I can prioritize stuff, that actually helps me quite a bit. And ice cream doesn't hurt either. Number 5, what's your favorite childhood TV show? I just was talking to some women about this the other day. I honestly have to say that my favorite childhood TV show is Roseanne. I can watch that show and like the many seasons of that show over and over and over again, and like I literally will not get tired of it. And I just found out the other day that they're coming out with a new Roseanne. So a lot of the same characters. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? So weirdly enough, when I was a little kid, I don't remember ever wanting to be anything. I don't remember saying I want to be a cop or a firefighter or a nurse or, a mom or anything like that. I do remember when I was older, like maybe junior high or so, wanting to be a social worker. Like I figured social work was just like helping kids, like if they're in abused families, like taking the kids away from that environment. Like, so I remember like saying that's what I wanted to do. And weirdly enough, 38 years old, I'm getting my bachelor's in addiction studies and then going for my master's in social work. So I guess I knew what I wanted at a young age. 7, what was the best prank that you ever pulled off? I don't I don't know if you would call it a prank, but recently, when Kevin found out that he was getting resentenced, luckily I was the first person to be able to tell him that. The lawyer, sorry, my hair is like all messed up. Um, the lawyer was like, I'll let you, let Kevin know. And I remember I went to go visit him and I was like thinking, okay, like, how am I going to tell him? And I asked one of the other COs that I was comfortable with, and he's like, you should just like, what did he tell me? I should wait till the very end of visiting. And I was like, there's no way that I could wait like for like 3 hours and tell him as I choke on my own spit. So anyway, I'm sitting at the table and he comes out and one of his buddies was sitting at a table behind us. And I guess like his friend had just found out like they got approved to get married. And so Kevin was congratulating him. They were like shaking hands. And right when they were shaking hands, like I spoke to both of them and I was like, hey, I said, you should actually be congratulating Kevin because he just won. And like Kevin looked at me and it was like, what? And like the other guy looked at me and he's like, are you serious? And Kevin's like, I don't know. Like, this is the first time that I heard about it. And so that was actually how I told him that his sentence got overturned. So it was pretty cool. Like we were all laughing and yeah, it was good times. So it's kind of a prank, but not really. Number 8, if you could have dinner with any 3 people, who would you choose? So I would choose 2 people in my everyday life and 1 famous person. My husband, obviously, because I've never been able to have dinner with him other than in a prison visiting room. I would also choose my friend Britt because she's in California and I don't ever see her, but she's going to be coming to visit me soon, hopefully. And I would choose Nelson Mandela because to me, he's very intriguing. There's a lot of questions that I would ask him. And yeah, I just finished an African history class. And so it's kind of like I'm still stuck in that mindset of like learning all about Africa and those that are really important to Africa. So yes, that would be my answer for that. Let's see here. Number 9, if you could get back any article of clothing you once wore, what would it be? I may already have the shirt, but it literally is one of my favorite shirts. I just haven't been able to wear it because it's really small. It's a t-shirt. It's just a t-shirt, but it's like really small fitting. And it is orange, which I love orange. And it says the print on the front. Oh, what does it say? It says something like tight like I'm tight like spandex. I think it was like I'm tight like spandex or something like that. And I remember wearing it when I lived in Hawaii and this one guy's like, that is the baddest shirt I've ever seen. And I think I got it from Hot Topics or something like years ago. And I just kept it forever and ever and ever until like eventually I could wear it again. Like I said, it's a very like small fitting shirt. So I was waiting until I lost a lot of weight so I can eventually wear it again. And yeah, I'm getting to that point, guys, almost to my goal weight. I'm like 20 pounds away, and I'll be there. So I'm excited about that. If you could hire any actor to portray you in a movie, who would you choose? So I guess I would choose this actress based on her looks. I think that we kind of have similar features, and I feel like she's a good actress. Mandy Moore, like I've been asked before in the past if I was her. Nope, definitely not. I would be living in a mansion if I did, or not a mansion. I would never live in a mansion, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't have money problems. Yeah, I would choose her. I think she's a great singer. I think she's a great person. I think she is a great actress. And I love that show, This Is Us. I think she's awesome in it. Number 11, if you could play any instrument, which would you play? I would choose to play guitar. I grew up playing the piano. I tried to teach myself how to play the guitar like a long time ago. But as you can tell, I have small hands. I don't know if it looks as small on camera as it is in person, but it is pretty small. So when I go to like to like stretch my fingers out, like right, to like stretch my fingers out for different chords, however you stretch your fingers out for chords, it's really hard because my hands are small. So I kind of gave up on it like way too early, but eventually I like to try and play the guitar again. 12, if you could hear anyone in history give a speech, whom would you hear? Again, I would have to say Nelson Mandela. I just learned about the speech that he gave at his trial when he was arrested for, what do they call it? Revolution and treason and all of the charges that he was arrested for. It was like an hour and a half speech that he gave, and I think it would be pretty emotional and pretty amazing to hear that in person. 13, if you could live in one city for the rest of your life, where would you live? So San Diego is always a city that I've wanted to live in, but if I could only live in one city for the rest of my life, honestly, like I would choose San Francisco. Obviously the price is super expensive. It's one of the most expensive cities to live in, but you're in the city, you have the San Francisco Giants, which is like my number one team, and you have the water right there. You're right by the ocean. You have the breeze, so it's not like super hot and like just grossly hot. But it gets warm in the summertime because you're in California. So for me, it has like everything that I would need like in a city to live in. And who doesn't love San Francisco? It's pretty badass. Instead, I'm going to be living in Seattle. Seattle is like the second San Francisco. So I'm like one step away from like the city that I want to live in. If you could make any fictional character come to life, which would it be? Oh, I don't know, you guys. This is kind of a hard one for me. Fictional character. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I would choose, like, I'm just gonna go animation. Sully, and I forgot the other character's name on Monsters, Inc., but the big blue guy. I don't think that was Sully. I think the other guy was Sully, but I like the big blue guy. I think he's like, he's tough and he's mean, but he's also like really sweet and like a big teddy bear. So yeah, I think he'd be a cool guy to have on my side. Let's see here. Okay, when you were a kid, what did you dress up as for Halloween? I remember numerous times being a witch. Like, I don't know if that was my decision, if I just didn't have an imagination, if I just thought it was easy to go as a witch, or if it was something my grandparents or my parents chose for me. But I always was a witch for Halloween when I was younger. I do remember a clown as well, but I always remember dressing up as a witch. Do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? Definitely sleep with my closet doors closed. Like, I check it like at night a couple different times to make sure it's closed. I know logically there's nothing in my closet except for clothes and shoes and various other things that I shove in there. But if you believe in ghosts and that kind of thing, having your closet door shut is pretty important. And I will do a story time for you guys sometime just to fill you in on that whole ghost thing because it's pretty freaking real. 17, if you could be any cartoon character, who would you be? I don't know. I don't watch cartoons, so I would probably pass on this question. 18, do you take the shampoos and conditioner bottles from hotels? I have been known to take shampoo and conditioner bottles from hotels, but not always. If it smells good and if I feel like it's a good quality shampoo and conditioner, I'll take it. Like if I feel like I'm going to use it. But if I feel like it's kind of cheap or like not something that I would ever use, I won't even bother. Number 19, have you stolen a street sign before? Absolutely. So me and my friend Sarah were problem children. I would say from like 16 years old up until, I don't know, like our 30s. So within the last 9 years or so, when we were teenagers, we would go around. We grew up in the country, so there wasn't a lot to do there. And I remember stealing street signs and putting them in our car. And then when we got a townhouse, which was our first place together, we actually used those street signs to like concoct some sort of like a coffee table because we had literally no furniture. So yes. 20, do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? So I don't sleep with any sheets on me. I have sheets underneath me, but I only have like a bedspread and blankets usually over me. So that question doesn't really pertain to me. 21, would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? I would say a swarm of bees because number one, I am not allergic to bees, so my chances of survival are they're pretty high. Um, I think that if you're attacked by a bear, your chances of survival pretty much are like maybe 0.001%. Your chances of survival from a swarm of bees, I don't know statistically what it is, but I'm guessing it's going to be a lot higher than that. 22, do you always smile for pictures? I do. I always smile. I can't help it. It's just like an instant reflex. As soon as I see camera, I smile. Have you peed in the woods? Yes, I have. I've been camping many a times, and when you're really camping, when there's no motorhome or there's no bathrooms or there's no outhouses, literally you have no choice but to pee in the woods. So, yes. 24. What size is your bed? I have a queen size bed right now. It's like 4 years old, I want to say. So I might think about getting a king size once Kevin gets home, but we'll see. 25. What was the best concert that you ever attended? Best concert I ever attended is kind of hard to say. I've been to tons of concerts. All of them are like different memories for me. So they're kind of like all the best in different ways. But I would say as far as performance, it would be Papa Roach. I think they put on an amazing, amazing, amazing performance. And then I would say probably Stained. Is one of my favorite concerts just because I really love the band. I really love their music. Tangled Up in You, one of my favorite songs. They played with Taproot and Flyleaf, who are also like great bands. So I really liked that one. 26. What is your song of the week? Oh, what is that song? It's been stuck in my head all week. Foster the People. I want to say that's the band. And it's the song talking about pumped up kicks. I absolutely hate that song. Let's get that straight right now. I hate that song. It's got the cheery tone and it's got the tune in it to where it gets stuck in your head and it takes forever to get out of your head. And I listened to it probably 4 days ago and I still have it in my head. So yeah, that's probably my song of the week, even though I'm not okay with it. 27. Do you still watch cartoons? No, I don't watch cartoons. Maybe, I'm sure when I have kids, I'll be forced to, but at this point, I'm more of like a movie, comedy, TV shows, drama shows, and that sort of thing. 28. When was the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? That would probably be maybe a month ago. As you guys know, my husband is incarcerated, and we only have certain forms of communication, such as phone calls, letters, emails, and visiting. So yeah, we went on this spree of writing letters like multiple times a week. So the last time I think was about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago that I wrote a letter to him. I also I sent him cards too, so I don't know if that counts because I did write in the cards, but I sent him Thanksgiving and I sent him an anniversary card because our anniversary was on the 22nd of November. How many languages can you speak? English, and that's it. 30. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes, I absolutely do. And once again, I will do a storytime video and I will tell you guys all about my experience with ghosts. It's pretty creepy. 31. What was your first concert? My very first concert was Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty at the Gorge in Washington. The Gorge is an outside music festival amphitheater. A lot of people will camp out there overnight and then like you camp out and then you like walk over to the amphitheater and it's like really cool. It's like on this grassy hill and then it overlooks the gorge. So the Columbia River is like all around you. It's pretty awesome. Number 32, Cheetos or Fritos? I would have to say, ooh, that's a hard one. Fritos I like because you can make nachos with them. I remember when I was in high school, they served nachos with Fritos. But Cheetos are actually good if you're into the cheese. 33, can you curl your tongue? Is that a curl or a roll? I don't know. 34, ever won a spelling bee? Yes, when I was in elementary school, I remember making it to the finals. I didn't win first place, but I want to say that I was like in the top 3. I think I was one of the top 3 finalists, and I want to say I was like maybe 7th grade. 6th or 7th grade. 35, own a record player. I do not. Eventually, I would like to get one, just because vinyl is better quality than like CDs or anything else. But yeah, right now I don't have one. 36, who would you like to see in concert? So right now, oh my gosh, what is his name? He's the lead singer of Stained, Aaron Lewis. I think it's Aaron Lewis. I always forget his last name. But he actually went off on his own. So he tours around on his own, and he's like more country now than he is rock, but he still has a really amazing voice. So I would like to see him in concert. 37, sugar cookies or snickerdoodles? Sugar cookies. Can you swim well? I absolutely can swim well. When I worked on the cruise ship, we had to go through Coast Guard training, and part of it was in the water. We had to put on these suits, and we had to like be able to jump on these flotation devices and actually pick people up and put them on there too. And I actually got one of the best times for that. So yeah, I swim really well. 39, are you patient? Well, let's see. Been with Kevin for 3 years and 7 months, I think. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January will be 3 years and 8 months. Yeah, pretty patient since my husband's been incarcerated for 15 years and he still has, I don't know. We don't know yet because he's not resentenced. But yeah, I would say I'm a pretty patient person, especially having to wait from court date to court date for an answer. That makes me pretty patient. 40, DJ or band at a wedding? Well, we got married in prison, so we didn't have that option. But we plan on renewing our vows once he gets out, like, and he's able to like leave the area once he's off probation and all of that. And we'd, like to have some sort of a party since we never were able to have that before. I would say DJ. Because DJs, like, you can pretty much like play any genre of music. Bands, you're kind of like set to like one specific music or one specific genre, that they might specialize in. So I don't know, like if it was a good band, like maybe a friend of ours or something like that, that'd be cool. But yeah, probably DJ. 41, ever won a contest? Yes, I remember while winning, I can't talk, a contest on the radio. This was years ago, and the person won. It was like a CD. I think it was a CD because they didn't have DVDs back then. And it was like, call in and be number 10 and win this contest. And I remember winning then. I also, what else did I win? I don't know what you would consider a contest. That's all I can think of right now. Bingo. I won bingo a couple months ago when I went with a friend. It's kind of a contest for money. 42. Do you have kids? No, I do not. But we definitely plan on having kids as soon as possible, obviously, because I'm 38. 43. Do you want kids? And that answers that question. Yeah, we've talked about it like a million times, and we want 2 to 3 kids. And we're going to go for back-to-back, obviously, because we're in our late 30s. Well, he's 34, I'm 38. So, yep, 2 to 3 kids. So, hopefully that'll be happening soon. And, yeah, and then we can move on with our lives and start have the kids and then enjoy the kids and enjoy the holidays and all that good stuff. So, anyway, that is all of the questions for this tag. I'll go ahead and post the questions on this video. So if you guys want to do it as well, and then share it with me, I would love to see it. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button below and hit the little bell icon to get notifications of any videos that I put out. Please like the video if you liked it. Sorry that it's so long. I didn't realize that there were so many questions, and I just really can't answer yes or no. Obviously, I have to go into detail. If you are already a subscriber to my channel, thank you guys for tuning in and for being supportive. If you guys are looking for a prison wife support group, check out Facebook under Secret Life of a Prison Wife. same name as the YouTube channel. And we can go ahead and get you added. And it's a great group. There's over 1,000 women in that group from all over the world. And we're super supportive, no drama, and we have fun. Right now we're doing like Secret Santa and all sorts of fun stuff like that. But if you guys have any questions, like I posted in the last video, post them right below. I'm going to do a Q&A video as soon as I get enough questions that I can answer. And you can ask me anything, about me personally, about the court stuff that we're going through, about prison life stuff, drug and alcohol counseling stuff, Seattle, moving, whatever you want. Go ahead and ask, and I will be sure to answer them in the next Q&A video that I do, which will be the first Q&A video that I do. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you like always, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.